Few shooters realize that the longest you can keep your eyes really focused on the front of a moving object is about 3/4 of a second. The longest that trained people in a scientific experiments have been able to keep their eyes on a steadily moving object is 3 seconds. But it seems to us in our research that the default, or what people can normally do to maintain focus on a target, lasts no longer than 3/4 of a second. So how can you use that information? Any of the targets that are in the air a long time, big looping chandelles, big tower birds, big crossers, rabbits, long incomers, all those birds that are in the air a long time, if you come out on that bird and focus really sharp on the front of that bird in the beginning, by the time you take the shot, maybe a second and a half later, you've lost focus on it. We've stumbled onto something in our research that we call sliding your eyes. And it actually makes the target larger and slows it down once you learn to do it subconsciously. This is the illustration of it. If you'll notice, when the bird comes out, the eyes are on both sides of the target. They're looking at the whole target. But now I want you to watch what happens to the eyes as the target approaches the break point. Do you see how they're moving over there to the front of the target? So this shooter started out over here looking at the whole target, but by the time the target got right here, the shooter's beginning to slide his eyes to the front of the target so that when he takes a shot, he's only on the front of the target for the last, say, quarter to half a second. And we found this very effective on long birds, on long crossers, anything that's in the air for a long time. Oh, long incomers especially. Long incomers. I'm telling you, you look at that whole bird, you mount the gun underneath it because that incomer's going to start falling, and you want to take it right after it starts to fall, and you're looking at the whole bird as it begins to fade right or left. Make your eyes go to the front edge of that target as it comes to the gun and you take the shot. Sliding your eyes will allow you to actually improve the data input to the brain as the bird comes into the break point. It's a tremendous advantage on the longer, more difficult separating birds. Yeah, the quick quartering birds, you don't have to worry about it near as much because you're going to say pull and shoot that bird in less than a half a second. But on the longer birds, the ones that are in the air a long time, the technique of sliding your eyes to the front as the bird motions into the break point is very effective. And once again, it does make the bird look bigger and look much slower. Slide those eyes as you take the shot.